Welcome back, curious minds. Brace yourselves as I embark on yet another expedition, unearthing gems of age-old sagacity infused with a contemporary twist. Our voyage today takes an exhilarating plunge into the depths of Genesis chapter 14, a chapter replete with more intrigue than a labyrinthine Netflix masterpiece. If, by some miraculous oversight, you've yet to bestow upon us the honor of your like button affection and your subscription allegiance, consider this your clarion call to rectify the situation post-haste. For what unfolds ahead is nothing short of a biblical roller coaster that you, my astute audience, won't dare to forsake. Like we always do, take a listen to the New International Version of Genesis chapter 14.
At the time when Amraphel was king of Shinar, Arioch king of Elazar, Kedorlaomer king of Elam and Tidal king of Goyim, these kings went to war against Bera king of Sodom, Bersha king of Gomorrah, Shinab king of Admah, Shemeba king of Zeboim, and the king of Bela, that is, Zoar. All these latter kings joined forces in the valley of Siddim, that is, the Dead Sea Valley. For 12 years they had been subject to Kedorlaomer, but in the 13th year they rebelled. In the 14th year, Kedorlaomer and the kings allied with him went out and defeated the Rephates in Ashtaroth Karnam, the Zuzites in Ham, the Emites in Shava Kiriathaim and the Horites in the hill country of Sire, as far as El Paran near the desert. Then they turned back and went to En Mishpat, that is, Kadesh, and they conquered the whole territory of the Amalekites, as well as the Amorites who were living in Hazon Tamar. Then the king of Sodom, the king of Gomorrah, the king of Admah, the king of Zeboim and the king of Bela, that is, Zoar, marched out and drew up their battle lines in the valley of Siddim 9 against Kedorlaomer king of Elam, Tidal king of Goyim, Amraphel king of Shinar and Arioch king of Elazar, 4 kings against 5. Now the valley of Siddim was full of tar pits, and when the kings of Sodom and Gomorrah fled, some of the men fell into them and the rest fled to the hills. The 4 kings seized all the goods of Sodom and Gomorrah and all their food, then they went away. They also carried off Abram's nephew Lot and his possessions, since he was living in Sodom. A man who had escaped came and reported this to Abram the Hebrew. Now Abram was living near the great trees of Mamre the Amorite, a brother of Eshcol and Anna, all of whom were allied with Abram. When Abram heard that his relative had been taken captive, he called out the 318 trained men born in his household and went in pursuit as far as Dan. During the night Abram divided his men to attack them and he routed them, pursuing them as far as Hobah, north of Damascus. He recovered all the goods and brought back his relative Lot and his possessions, together with the women and the other people. After Abram returned from defeating Kedorlaomer and the kings allied with him, the king of Sodom came out to meet him in the valley of Shava, that is, the king's valley. Then Melchizedek king of Salem brought out bread and wine. He was priest of God Most High, and he blessed Abram, saying, "Blessed be Abram by God Most High, creator of heaven and earth. And praise be to God Most High, who delivered your enemies into your hand." Then Abram gave him 1/10 of everything. The king of Sodom said to Abram, "Give me the people and keep the goods for yourself." But Abram said to the king of Sodom, "With raised hand I have sworn an oath to the Lord, God Most High, creator of heaven and earth, that I will accept nothing belonging to you, not even a thread or the strap of a sandal, so that you will never be able to say, 'I made Abram rich.' I will accept nothing but what my men have eaten and the share that belongs to the men who went with me, to Anna, Eshcol and Mamre. Let them have their share." This concludes the reading.
Ladies and gentlemen, gather round and prepare to be swept up in a saga that makes reality TV look like child's play. Imagine this: a regal rendezvous that's the equivalent of the Met Gala, but with crowns instead of couture. In one corner, strutting majestically, are 4 kings who've clearly watched too much Game of Thrones. In the other corner, a coalition of 5 kings itching for a throwdown that could rival WWE. It's like medieval monarchs decided to turn their power struggles into a royal rumble. And smack dab in the middle of this grand fracas? None other than Lot, Abram's adventurous nephew, the guy who must have a compass pointing straight to chaos. Think of him as the life of the party who always ends up in the oddest corners, accidentally spilling punch on the royal tapestry. But wait, as they say in the infomercials, there's more. In walks Abram, like a desert-dwelling superhero, but with a twist of old-world charm. He's not just a guy with a long beard and a staff. He's a strategic genius with a posse of battle-hardened warriors that could give the Avengers a run for their money. Imagine assembling Earth's mightiest heroes, but instead of suits of armor, they're suited up in desert robes and armed with camels that could outrun the wind. Move over, Iron Man. Make way for Camel Commander and his desert daredevils. Hold onto your chariots, because the battle scene unfolds like a Hollywood blockbuster, complete with dramatic slow-motion shots. Abram's squad swoops in like they're executing a divine heist mission. Picture Ocean's 11 meets Gladiator in ancient times. They rescue Lot and his entourage from the brink of battlefield calamity with all the flair of a high-stakes rescue mission. Think of it as Mission Impossible, Bronze Age edition. Forget spy gadgets. These guys use swords that gleam like they've been photoshopped by the gods themselves. Just when you think the plot can't get any more unpredictable, in strolls Melchizedek, High Priest of Salem, with an entrance that would make modern-day celebrities envious. And what's his weapon of choice? Not a sword, but bread and wine. It's like he's hosting a millennia-old brunch in the midst of a battlefield. Imagine his chariot blaring catchy tunes and rolling up to the scene like the party has just arrived. Forget high fives. This guy brings high vibes to the table. With victory secured, Abram displays a level of cool that puts James Bond to shame. When the king of Sodom offers him a reward, Abram's like, "Nah, I'm good, keep your loot." It's like turning down a luxury car because you're content riding your camel with pride. His swag is real, and his sass is unmatched. This guy knows how to stay true to his values, even when faced with more gold than a pirate's treasure chest. Hold your historical helmets, because this chapter is a treasure trove of hints about Abram's future. He's blessed by none other than Melchizedek, hinting at greater things ahead. It's like finding the secret level in a video game that unlocks a whole new realm of possibilities. These subtle nods are like the post-credit scenes of ancient literature, teasing the epic sequels to come. Time to take off the medieval armor and delve into the real-world wisdom this tale offers. Loyalty, integrity, and standing up for justice, these aren't just dusty relics of the past. They're the North Star guiding us through our own journeys. It's like redirecting your modern-day chariot from the fast lane of trivial pursuits to the highway of purpose and virtue. So buckle up, fellow travelers, for just as in Abram's tale, our own narratives await their twists and turns. And there you have it, my fellow seekers of ancient wisdom, Genesis chapter 14, sprinkled with modern references and a pinch of humor. If you found this journey through the biblical sands entertaining and enlightening, don't forget to drop a comment with your favorite part of the story. And of course, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button so you can join the ranks of the coolest history enthusiasts on the internet. Until next time, stay blessed, keep your camels well fed, and remember, in the grand tapestry of life, you're the hero of your own story. Peace out, fam!